Hello, students. Happy Monday morning. Now, this is your social study class. Students, I want to inform you that we have completed all the revision work for second unit test. We have completed all possible work from two chapters, that is means of transport and direction, these two chapters. So I thought to start a new chapter. Okay, this is good to start a new chapter from annual syllabus for your annual exam. Okay, the first chapter is chapter 14, land, water, and air. Today I am going to explain you that you have to listen it carefully. Beside that, I will share one worksheet for second unit test that you will practice in your classwork notebook. Okay, so land, water, and air. Land and water, land and water we find on the earth, and air is surrounded. The earth is surrounded by the air. Okay, we live on the earth. It is the how it looks. It is the earth is look like a round ball. The shape of the land is like an orange. Okay, and the earth is made up of land masses, water, and it is surrounded by water. It is surrounded by air. What I said? The earth is made up of land masses, water, and it is surrounded by air. Okay, the layer of air surrounding the earth is called atmosphere. Okay, so one thing we should know that if we divide the earth into four equal parts, we will find that more than three parts contains water. The remaining part would be land. That means one fourth part on the earth's surface is covered by land mass, and three part is covered by water. Okay, so atmosphere, just I explained you what is atmosphere. The earth is surrounded by a layer of air. Okay, and that is called atmosphere. Air is very important for all lives. Air is very important to all lives to survive, to live. Okay, and it is it is necessary for the growth. It is necessary for the growth and the you can say survival. Okay, growth of the plants, you can say growth of the animals. It is necessary for the growth. So air is very important. Without air we cannot survive. No life exists without air. Okay, so the second thing is land. Yes, the surface of the land is not same everywhere. Have you seen? No, the surface of the land on that means the surface of the land on the earth, where we find land on the earth, and it is not same everywhere. Okay, so there are different forms of land. There are different forms of land on the earth, and land takes many forms. Land takes many forms like plain, then plateau, then hills, mountains, deserts. All these are landforms. All these are landforms. Okay? So, our food and clothing is greatly affected by where we live. Okay? So, the next thing is plain. Now I will explain you all the landforms. Okay, one by one. So, plain, a low level or flat area of land is called a plain. This is definition. Okay, most of the population of the earth live on plains. People mainly grow crops, vegetables, and fruits on plains. Many houses, towns, cities, factories, roads, etc. are located in plains. Okay, so students, most of all like to live on plain. Why? Because it is easy to grow crops, build houses, roads, okay, on the plain. So that and you know the population on the land is high rather than the hills and mountains. The population on the plain is high. So, why high? This is the reason. What is the reason? It is easy. It is easy to grow crops, build houses, and roads on the land. Okay, so people can live on land comfortably. And hills, a hill is a high land in relation to the surrounding area. Many people go to hill station in the summer season. Okay, so hill hills in some places the land rises to form hills. Okay, the weather is cold there. The weather is cold in hills, and it is difficult to grow crops here. Roads on the hills are narrow. Roads on the hills are narrow. Uh, if you have visited hills, then you have seen that roads are not wide as on plain. And the next thing is the next form is mountain. Mountains, yes. So a mountain is a very high, like a hill is a highland, okay, and mountain is a very high land of land or high hills with steep side are called mountains. Steep side, that means that is not gentle slope. Slope is steep, it is not slant. Okay, so that is called mountains. The top of the mountain is its peak. The cone type top on the mountain is called peak. And peak are often covered with snow. So the weather is very cold there. The weather is very cold and windy here. The weather is cold and windy. You can find weather very cold weather and with windy. Okay, so and another thing is that when the snow melts, the water runs down and take forms of Rivers, yes. The water run down, the water run down to form river. Okay. So mountain is also important. Okay. So most of the rivers start from mountains. The next thing is valley. Where we find valley? Valley is found in between two hills, or you can say two mountains. Okay. A low land between two mountains or hill is called a valley. This is definition. A valley receives a lot of rainfall. A lot of rainfall. The land of the valley is very fertile. Do you know an example of valley? Kashmir Valley. Kashmir Valley is the example. A beautiful example. Okay. So valley lies between two hills or mountain. Okay. And next is plateau. Plateau is an area. Plateau is an area of flat land that is higher than the land around it. Okay, that means the land uh, in some places, land rises. Land rises with flat top. In some places, we find land rises with flat top, not cone type top. Cone type top, that means hills or mountain. But if it is flat top, if it has flat top, that means it is plateau. So it is called tableland. So it is called tableland. And the land of valley is very fertile. Okay. And next is plateau that I have told. Plateau, that is an area of flat land that is higher than the land around. It is called a plateau or tableland. Okay, now desert. Okay, what is this is the landform. This is also a land. A desert is a landform that is covered with sand. Okay, a desert is a sandy, dry land and receive very little rainfall. Very little rainfall. Desert receive very little rainfall. Strong wind blow in the desert. It becomes very hot during the day and cold during at night. Okay, it gets very little rainfall. And animals such as camel and plants such as cacti, that is cactus, okay, palm trees and date grows in the in a desert. Okay, why not all plants and all animals can survive? Because this animal and this type of plants can plant need water little water. Okay, and so that they are found in desert, they can survive on very little water. This plants cacti and this dates, palms and camel, animal like camel. So that camel is called the sheep of the desert. Okay, so you know this very well. Camel is also known as the sheep of the desert. The next thing is forest. What is forest? A forest is an area which is covered with a large number of trees. And many animals are found here. You know, forest is the home of many wild animals. All wild animals and birds. It is very important. And the significant of the forest is one more significant is that it is very important because it emits lot of oxygen plants, because it is covered with a large number of trees, so that it emits lot of oxygen. So stop cutting trees. Okay, afforestation is important. Afforestation, planting trees, is important. Okay, it helps to survive the lives. Okay, and next day, the first half we have completed. I have explained to you. Go through the video 2 or 3 times. You can understand. And next is water and air. That in the next video I will explain. Okay, this is what for today, students. Listen this. Try to understand this video, and beside that I am providing you, I am sharing one worksheet that you have to complete in your classwork notebook. So goodbye.